A man and his dog stranded on a deserted island finally await rescue, but the lifeguard's mission was only for the boy. They had no intention of taking the dog with them at all. Seeing this, the dog had to bite the lifeguard's trouser leg. Unexpectedly, it was kicked away. It not only failed to get rescued, but also fell heavily into the water from a cliff hundreds of meters high. It seemed to have heard its owner's call. Before long, the dog emerged from the water, but soon it was pressed back into the water by the rapid current. On the plane, the boy anxiously asked the lifeguards to save his dog, but in their eyes, the dog was just a pet. No one was willing to take the risk to go down and rescue it. Fortunately, the dog, with its good swimming skills, finally dragged its exhausted body up onto the shore. It looked around for its owner, but when it turned around, it only saw the back of the rescue plane leaving. It didn't understand why its owner had abandoned it and left alone. It hopped onto a rock with its injured right leg, watching its owner leave. Finally, it buried its head, not knowing where to go next. After the boy was rescued, the whole family was thrilled, but he himself was depressed all day long. He thought how pitiful it must be for a dog to be alone on a deserted island.
Just trying to protect me. You didn't know they were trying to save me.
To make my son happy, the father drove him to the nearest seaside every day. The mother also printed out posters to find the dog, hoping that the dog would return safely. But months passed, and there was still no news of the dog. The boy also couldn't let go. He came to the balcony every day, blowing the whistle that he used to call the dog home. But now, no matter how loudly he blew, no matter how many times he blew, the dog never appeared again. On this day, the boy put away the whistle in disappointment as usual. But suddenly, he seemed to see something. The boy stepped forward in disbelief to confirm, but the next second, he was completely frozen in place. There, walking slowly on the lawn, was none other than the dog he had been longing for day and night. The next second, the boy rushed out of the house, running towards the dog. The dog watched its owner running towards it, but did not excitedly go forward to meet him. Instead, it was anxious. It doesn't know whether its owner will still accept it after it returns home this time. The dog looked a little uneasy. Finally, it just sat there, waiting for the judgment of fate. But what greeted it was a big hug from its owner. Seeing this, the dog finally relaxed, wagging its tail and excitedly licking its owner's face. No one knows what the dog went through to overcome all obstacles and return home, but its refusal to leave when they were in trouble, its courage to step forward in times of crisis, its confusion when abandoned in the end, and its caution after returning home are enough to prove that dogs are humans' most loyal friends.